sale now. $3.99. Hello and welcome to the official Nintendo Magazine podcast number 9. We're here to talk about official Nintendo Magazine issue 56. My name's Neil Long, I'm the editor of the mag.
I'm Fred and I am deputy editor of the mag.
I'm Simon, I'm the news editor.
I'm Chris and I am games editor.
Awesome. Introduction's done.
Together we are Captain Planet.
When our powers combine, we make a magazine. This month's news. News.
That was almost seamless.
Yeah. Almost. I don't think they'll notice the join.
Yeah, that's BBC standard. This month's news. First of all, Wii Party was announced. It was kind of announced in Japan. I haven't seen any official confirmation in the UK.
Quite a strange way to announce a massive game.
Yeah, it was through a website which seems to be breaking a lot of Nintendo news from Japan called Adria-san.
Oh yeah.
Which is, I don't know. They must have insiders there.
It's a bloke who used to write for GameSpot or something who's now moved over to Kotaku, who's now moved over to Japan.
Yeah, and they must have someone inside at Nintendo singing like a canary, giving away all the secrets.
It's Minigawa.
So Wii Party, I think it looks all right. It kind of looks like Sports Resort, similar sort of thing. I don't know if has Motion Plus been confirmed. I don't know.
Not sure.
I don't think anything's been confirmed other than it's
called Wii Party.
It's going to be a party.
Yeah, and it involves Mii's shuffling around on some planes' wings.
Yeah. From what I can tell, one of the screens looks like it's on a board, which makes me think it blatantly is just Mario Party, only with Mii's this time. So it's like a new. I think so. It looks. I think it makes more sense than bringing out Mario Party 9 and now all the casual gamers going, what, 9?
Yeah, that's a good point.
So I think that it is basically just another Mario Party, but done properly this time.
Yeah,
I think.
And it got the usual sort of angry internet man response, which I dealt with in my blog over the weekend, which was entitled "Why the Internet Was Wrong." And as someone rightly pointed out in the comments thread, I was saying that on the internet, so. Yeah,
you just contradicted yourself.
I just sort of ruined my
massive
argument
wormhole
there.
You've just opened.
Yeah, I've caused a rift in the space-time continuum by saying the internet was wrong on the internet. Yeah, I think it looks okay.
I think you can't.
Not something to get angry about.
People can't really complain in that. Yes, it is probably a casual orientated game, but two things to remember is there's a huge amount of great core Nintendo games coming out this year with Metroid and maybe Zelda and Galaxy 2 and Sin and Punishment and whatnot. And secondly, it'll probably be great because Nintendo invariably makes great games. So
Yeah, exactly.
it's not going to just be some cheap party game knockoff. It'll probably be polished and it'll probably be fun.
That's the criticism that's levelled at anything involved. And quite rightly, most of the time, if you stick the word party into a game title. But if Nintendo are doing it first party, it can't be that bad.
Yeah. And even if it's not for people, I think, like you said in your blog, like these things invariably do stupid amounts of money, and those stupid amounts of money get put back into Nintendo to make the sort of games that maybe some more core gamers would want to play. So
it's a virtuous circle, I think they call it, don't they?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So like your Galaxy 2s and your maybe your Sin and Punishments and your stuff like that happen because of games like Wii Fit.
Yeah,
stopping Nintendo from going under. So
and I mean the money. Check this out for a segue. The money that they make from all those casual games goes into researching new projects like the 3DS.
Just didn't know where you were going to go there. That was awesome.
Yeah,
Zing!
Good, yeah. Eat your heart out, Wogan.
Oh no.
Is he back in again?
Yeah, get out too. Sorry.
Leave it. Iwata's been giving us, not us literally, but the internet at large, little snippets of what can we expect from 3DS. The latest being that it's been reported as new news, but we already knew that you could turn 3D on and off because it's backwards compatible. So obviously you can turn it on and off. I don't know why people have pounced on that one.
I think the big worry people now have is what he means by that. If he means you can turn the 3D off during a 3DS game, then
what's the point?
Does that mean that the 3D can never really be it can never really be a key part of the game because some people want to play with it off, which would ruin a game. So I think people are worried about that. But
I don't know how essential can 3D be in a game. It's not like we're not at the sort of Minority Report stage yet where we're reaching into the screen and stuff. It's still going to be a touch screen and some buttons. So I can't see how.
Do you want my prediction?
Go on then.
That the 3D will be backwards compatible with 3D based DS games.
Well, you can. So there are tellies coming out this year that somehow retrofit 3D onto like normal telly, so you can watch the snooker in amazing 3D.
And there was that monitor that PC Zone had last year where you could take like 3D games and whatever graphics card they were using could figure out where the objects were and put them, like, retrofit that, cause like they had Resident Evil 5 running on and it looked amazing. I think that's my prediction, is it might have something like that where if you put in Mario 64 DS, the new graphics card can figure out where in the foreground and background these things are and make them 3D.
Isn't that going to be a bit expensive maybe for a Nintendo
maybe
product?
This is it. I'm think as time goes on and we find out tiny little bits more, I'm not convinced it's going to be a major leap into GameCube level graphics. I think it'll be a DS with a cool 3D screen. But we shall see.
Will be revealed soon.
And the other little snippet is that 3DS is still a code name, which I can't see why. It's a pretty cool name. 3DS.
But it's not part of the DS series though, is it?
Yeah, it's confusing.
Yeah.
What are they going to call it? Virtual Boy 2?
If only. You're playing with my dreams now.
Virtual Boy Advance. SP.
Virtual Man.
X Micro.
Virtual Man.
There you go, yeah. Virtual Granddad.
I think that's the problem, is that the internet wasn't around back in the day when Game Boy became Game Boy Advance. So people just knew, all right, this is a new system. But now, the DS, because there's been the DS, DS Lite, DSi, DSi XL, people see 3DS and think, oh, not another one. It's like, well, no, it's not. But a lot of people just can't seem to get that idea out of their head that this is a different.
I don't know. What would, if they're not going to call it 3DS, what are they going to call it? I don't get why he said that.
Well, I come up with something wacky. I mean, they call the Wii, so probably.
But like the DS is like the most successful console on the market right now, possibly ever.
Yeah.
Can't.
Super DS.
Yeah.
Vision
Super
Beast.
DS.
That's what I'd call
I
it.
don't know.
Vision Beast.
Yep.
Yeah.
Vision Beast. It's like Mega Drive Master System. Vision Beast.
Ultra
64. Yeah. Other than
Nintendo Brain Smasher.
There you go.
That's my shout.
New handheld
Or
confirmed.
The BS.
The BS.
Oh.
Ooh, zing.
Let's get rid
Eat
of
that,
those.
Iwata. Oh.
Took a while, but
Got there in the end. Yeah, brilliant. So that's news. Talked about. It was fascinating, wasn't it?
yes, I loved it.
And now it's what we've been playing. Action, adventure, platformer, role-playing game. Every genre. Action, adventure, platformer, role-playing game. Every genre.
I've never heard that before. It's really weird hearing your sort of almost disembodied voice, kind of.
It's a bit early in the morning for me, that actually.
It doesn't get any less mental, does it, that jingle? Jesus.
I like it.
Thanks, Terry. The obvious big one for this issue, with a spectacular 10-page review.
Samurai Warriors 2.
Yeah, Samurai Warriors 2. No, not at all. Absolutely not. It's Mario Galaxy 2, Chris.
Hey.
We've gone to the great lengths of doing 6 different covers.
Yep. More covers than Westlife.
Yeah. And we sent out a press release which got picked up by some some guy on giantbomb.com.
Yeah, but we don't comment on internet trolls. So
Yeah,
maybe
that's
best
right. We'll just leave that.
move on.
Zing. Chris,
Yes.
you're one of the few lucky humans on this planet that have played it to completion.
Yes.
That's mental.
Thanks.
Can you tell us about it, please?
Yeah, it's all right. It's,
Average.
yeah, it does the job. No, it's spot on. It's currently, in my opinion, the best game on the Wii. And
But is it the best game outside the Wii?
It's up there.
Because alongside us, you've probably seen
Some big scores.
our chums in Bath on Edge.
Yeah.
Giving it 10.
Yeah.
Which
I'd say it's one of the best games I've played in years and years and years, and that includes other systems as well. It's just, I think Edge said, and I agree with it. It'll take you it'll give you 60 stars worth of gameplay before it asks you to do the same thing twice. It's like, whereas in Galaxy 1 there was, although it was an amazing game, there was the odd level where you kind of thought, I've done this already, and you're just making me do it again. Like, there's a couple of Bumblebee levels, and you thought, yeah, okay, fair enough, but they're just doing this to stretch out. But like between starting the game and finishing it, with the minimum number of stars, there was no two levels that I thought this is the same as the last level.
Yeah.
It's like everything feels completely different.
And can I say, on a personal level, I was delighted to see a video of Mario holding on to that pink bird thing.
Yeah.
The other day. At last. I've been wanting to find out what the deal is with that pink bird thing. That looks amazing.
Yeah, that's an amazing.
Like, you hang on to it and do a little race against other dudes, right?
It's kind of been borrowed a bit from the bit in Twilight Princess when Link grabs onto a bird and flies about.
Yeah.
But nothing wrong with that. It's one of the best looking levels in the game. It looks amazing.
Fantastic stuff.
Yeah.
Do you care to perhaps discuss the chimp a little bit more?
Yeah.
I'm excited about the chimp.
There's a chap.
Does he wear sunglasses?
I believe he does wear sunglasses.
That's amazing.
Coming from
Chimp in
sheer memory.
sunglasses.
Don't quote me on that, but I'm 99% sure from memory.
Backwards baseball cap, or
Afraid not. No, he's not. He's not.
He
quite,
sounds radical.
Well, he's pretty bodacious, but yeah, he appears. I think he appears at the start of one level. Kind of just, you've got to do something, I can't remember. It's just to win his trust, and then he appears later on.
You have to win his trust.
Well, you need to do something. Like in Mario 64, my memory's going totally blank, but Koopa the Quick, you had to do something before you could race him.
Okay, yeah.
It's like that, but this time you do a level, and at the end the chimp says, "Well done, that was impressive. I'll be seeing you around, dudes." He didn't say that. and then
Do they high five?
No, in my mind they did.
Opportunity
They
missed.
did the high five and then went skateboarding. But he later levels, the chimp turns up and says, "Sup, blood," and the chimp, "Let's do this." And then he'll give you like a mini game, but it's not like a kind of daft mini game. It'll involve actual gameplay. So maybe there's one where you've got to stomp on Goombas and collect coins, and you get maybe 100 points for stomping on a Goomba, 100 points for a coin. And you get multipliers if you jump on more than one Goomba at once. So you've got to get like a high score you've got to get a certain amount of points within 30 seconds. It's quite tricky.
Yeah.
It's really difficult. It's the sort of thing we'll probably put in challenges.
Yeah.
The challenges
Absolutely.
section at some point.
Just to be clear, we're not just calling him the chimp because we've forgotten his name.
No, his name is the
His
chimp.
name is the chimp.
Yeah.
Like,
Unfortunately not Da Chimp.
Could-
that would
that'd be awesome.
Considering all the imagination and expertise they've poured into the game, do you think they could perhaps try a little bit harder?
I like that. I like
Just give him a name.
I like how he's so cool. He doesn't even. He's like he's almost like
It's just
the
chimp,
Fonz.
like the Fonz. Yeah.
He's just the.
Does he go? Hey?
He doesn't. He goes,
At any point.
he doesn't do that, but yeah,
Amazing.
He doesn't jump a shark either.
Well, when I play the game, I'll be giving him a name. I think in my head.
Yeah. Obviously,
Andrew.
Obviously, we've spoiled anyone
Bob the chimp.
looking to avoid spoilers has.
Spoilers.
We've already spoiled that.
No,
so
I mean, but
apologies.
But I've made sure, even in the review as well, that we don't spoil anything past the first couple of worlds. I mean, there's so much at the back end of the game, which arguably is even much better than the start of the game.
Yeah.
There's stuff near the end which I've sworn myself to secrecy not to talk about, but
Yeah.
I think Fred swore his secrecy.
yes,
didn't
Fred.
he?
Yeah, Fred
actually
Fred
put
will
a slap
actually
down on that, didn't he?
rip my lungs out if I say anything.
Whereas I'm the opposite. I want to know everything about it right now.
I've very much told Neil everything there is to know
Every
off air.
tiny detail I want to know now.
There's one bit in particular which I won't spoil, but near the end, which I've told Neil about, and I'm sure he'd agree with me. I just went,
Yep.
what? And I was like, that's unbelievable.
Good one for the
Old school.
yeah,
But yeah.
for the old school.
Anyway,
Oh,
but yeah, it's
Semi
amazing.
spoiler.
It's amazing. It's an amazing.
see, almost spoiled it there.
That just makes you want it. That just makes you want
Just
it
wait
more.
till yeah, exactly.
It's like someone trying
That's
to
the
avoid
thing.
the football result, isn't it? And then
Yeah.
someone else saying you should watch it. It's a
Yeah.
really good match.
Yeah, it's like if you don't want to know the score, look away now, and then it cuts back and it says so 4-3.
Well, yeah. Sometimes on Match of the Day, Lineker goes, "Well, it was a corker. So many goals in this one." It's like, what? Why are you sort of giving it away there? Come on. That's kind of what we've done there.
Yeah.
Yep.
Sorry about that.
If you were to play Super Mario Galaxy 2, having never played the first game, if you were to then go and play Super Mario Galaxy after playing the second game, would you be disappointed?
Good question.
I'd be disappointed in how easy it was,
Yeah.
because I think obviously once you play Galaxy 2 for a bit, you kind of bring your own standards up to match like the kind of difficulty of the game, and then so then when you go back to Galaxy 1, you think this is really easy. Because there's no, the very first level in Galaxy 1 where you're running about that kind of ball chasing the rabbits. There's nothing like that this time. It gives you the intro, dumps you in a level where, to all intents and purposes, it's a fairly tricky level to start you off with. It's like if you're a complete newcomer and you start that, you're going to get battered.
Yeah.
Grannied,
Well,
I believe the phrase is.
And Miyamoto himself has said that they've sort of cut down on all the introductory stuff to the extent where they're going to give away. I don't know if you've seen reports online saying that they're going to give away a DVD with each copy of Galaxy 2. So noobs, as I believe the internet refers them to, can pop that in the DVD player and go, oh yeah, Mario, okay, I get it.
So that's what it's all about.
Yeah, apparently so. And there's very little. I think we've touched on this before. They've not bothered with any semblance of plot. They've just gone. Here's an awesome game. Almost swore there. Sorry.
The start literally just does more or less to say, right, here's another story, like a different, an alternative story.
I think that's brilliant.
It just basically says, by the way, remember everything that happened in the first game? I didn't have 'em.
Yeah.
Here's what really happened.
Here's a game.
It's the Star Festival, by the way. You're like, what?
Much has been made of the sort of a timeline split, which this has brought about in the Mario legend.
Yeah, I think they don't care, do they?
I definitely.
I think anyone. I know people on the internet have been already getting a bit antsy,
annoyed about it.
antsy in their pantsy.
Why does it need to make sense?
Well, especially Mario.
Already
the
doesn't make
Mario
sense.
games. As a long-time Mario fan, I can safely say this now: the Mario games are not in chronological order. They have no storyline other than Peach gets kidnapped. End of story. That's it. Don't mess about and try and do a Zelda with it and say, oh no, well, where does this fit in? Does this fit in before Mario Land 2 or does this go after Mario 3?
Good nerdlinger voice there.
Yeah, so it's like, no, it's just, this is Galaxy 2, deal with it.
Yeah. Here is a game.
Here is a game with
That's exactly
levels.
what I want after trawling through Metroids and Zeldas. I just want complete nonsense.
Yeah.
Really.
Get straight in
So
there.
even the intro is playable. Like there's no point you're
Really?
just sitting there going, come on. It's like it's like a story. It's
Spoilers.
like no, well, it's in the review. It's like a storybook and you play. I'll not say much more because Fred's here. And he's angry.
When I have to proofread your guide for the next issue, I'm just going to ruin it for them anyway. But
Sorry.
It's a futile struggle.
And going back to how Simon's question, which I think is very
Pertinent.
very pertinent. Do you think the variety within Galaxy 2 with Yoshi, all his powers, Cloud Mario, Drill Mario, Bee Mario, Boo Mario, which I'll be honest, I'm not fussed about.
Yeah.
Compared to Galaxy 1.
Boo to you, I thought he was good.
And compared to Galaxy 1,
Yeah.
what you got is Bee Mario, Boo Mario, and
Spring
that's
Mario.
kind of it. Spring Mario.
Ice Mario.
So the variety's there. They've
Yeah.
ramped up the variety.
Yeah, I mean, like if you went back to Galaxy 1, you'd think, where's Yoshi, where's Rock Mario, where's the drill, where's all this kind of stuff. Whereas Cloud Mario, which is my favourite now,
Yeah.
because it's
And Rock Mario, I forgot to mention that.
yeah, Cloud
Yeah.
Mario is proper awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, there you go.
Exciting times.
Better than Galaxy 1, confirmed.
Yep.
Wowzers.
Absolutely. If you've, assuming you've played Galaxy 1,
Yeah.
But if you've not played Galaxy 1, then it's...
play Galaxy 1
Right.
first, cause just to get the hang of things, because
I got you.
it kind of chucks you in at the deep end.
yeah. And how... on
Plus, you
this-
shouldn't really be missing out in Galaxy 1 anyway.
Yeah,
but
exactly.
Yeah,
it's-
that's the whole
if
point.
you've got a Wii and you've not got that
Yeah.
by now, then
yeah,
you're a...
then, yeah,
Plank.
steady.
You're a what?
Plank.
Plank. Right, okay. Yep, that's okay. Okay.
Should we move
And
on?
I don't know. I want to ask one more question.
Okay. Spoilers.
How difficult it is in the
Oh,
grand
here we
scheme
go.
of Mario games. I would say Mario 3 is hardest.
Oh, Lost Levels.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that doesn't count.
All
All right, Lost Levels is hardest.
Well,
Mario
if
3
you're
after
talking,
that.
if you're talking just finishing it with the minimum number of stars, if you're pretty good at games, you can manage it in like say 7 hours, 8 hours, but that's just the minimum. When you add everything else on top of that, it's one of the hardest easily.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know where exactly to slot it in, but it's certainly up there with 3 and
I
Lost
guess,
Levels.
yeah, I mean, you can... I guess you can't really compare 2D with 3D.
Mm.
But where it stands...
But in terms of
Galaxy
difficulty,
2,
if you imagine
Mario
some of
64.
those purple coin challenges in Galaxy 1,
Yeah.
it's a lot of the levels near the end of this are up there with that.
Okay.
There's a lot more of that difficulty.
All right. Good stuff. Amazing.
Yeah, it's good.
We've talked for ages about Galaxy 2 there. Quite rightly, because there's not much else in the issue. No, there is.
Leo.
Only joking. Jam with the Band, Chris, was also highly rated this month.
Yeah, it's good. It's weird because it's one of those games. We did a feature maybe 2.5 years ago about games that would never come out over here and that we always wanted to. I think it was called Missing in Action or something like that. And one of them was called Daigaso Band Brothers, which is basically just like a rhythm game where you choose a song, choose an instrument, and play along. And we just thought there's absolutely no way this will ever come out because all the music's Japanese, anime music, and traditional Japanese and J-pop songs and everything like this. There's absolutely no way they're going to waste their time with this.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, like a month or two ago, Nintendo brings out its release schedule and tucked away is Jam with the Band.
Yeah.
And we thought, got it in,
Strange.
and it is that game, so it's amazing.
Yeah.
It doesn't
And
look. It's not much to look at.
In layman's terms, I guess it could be described as the equivalent of a Guitar Hero game, but
Yeah.
using the buttons and directions
Yeah,
on
exactly.
the DS.
And using multiple instruments instead of just guitar.
Yeah.
So you basically
So
pick a
you'd
song.
sit there and just press like up, left, A, B,
Yeah.
X, Y.
So you pick a song. It tells you which instruments are in that song. You choose one, and then you literally press the buttons. And you can do like a basic mode where you just press either a D-pad direction or any of the 4 buttons, and
Yeah.
that's your 2 different notes. Or you can play it up to this ridiculously difficult expert mode where you got to press specific directions or buttons while holding L and R buttons and everything.
Yeah.
It's just
Crazy.
absolutely mental. I've still nowhere near finishing the original Japanese one
Yeah.
because it's so difficult to master. But it's
Awesome.
amazing.
So it's an interesting one. I hope Nintendo get behind it.
Yeah.
Well, it's out quite soon, isn't it?
It's
Must
out
be
really
out
soon, yeah.
next
And
week or
it was sort of just plonked, like you say, plonked onto their release schedule
Yeah.
without any real fanfare.
It's a shame because it's a really good game and it's
Yeah, I think, well, judging by people who've reviewed it on import and obviously our high score for it,
yeah.
it's a good game.
Yeah, absolutely.
Get behind it, please, Nintendo.
Absolutely.
Talking of stuff that's in the mag, Scribblenauts 2, Fred.
Scribblenauts 2, yes. I suppose it's not exactly unexpected that Warner's releasing a sequel
Yeah.
to Scribblenauts because Scribblenauts, the first one, sold I think over 1 million copies now, so very successful. And the big hook with the sequel is adjectives. So
Whoa, there's a selling point.
yeah, so they should put that on the box.
Difficult bullet point to
Big
put on the
sticker.
box there.
Now with adjectives. But so yeah, whereas before you could just sort of conjure up a hedgehog, now you can conjure up a striped hedgehog or a robotic striped hedgehog or what have you, or a winged hedgehog.
Blue hedgehog.
Maybe even a blue hedgehog. So that's going to change things around a little bit.
Yeah. What about a fast blue hedgehog?
A fast blue hedgehog.
And a fat Italian plumber.
Yeah.
Irritating fast blue hedgehog. But anyway, also they're promising to sort out the control scheme, so there's none of that irritating stylus thing where you've ended up pushing your Maxwell down holes every
that really put. I know we really talk about this, don't we?
It was a game breaker.
That really put me off.
And you can attach stuff to different parts of
you
bodies
can
and stuff.
You can now tie ropes to any part of an object you like.
Which means they must have sorted out the control scheme, because that would be really clumsy in the first game, wouldn't it? It would just be. You wouldn't be able to do it.
Yeah.
The thing with the first Scribblenauts was it has so much potential, and you just played the finished product and you thought, wow, this is really cool, but it's just not quite there. And if they just got this right, then this would be a really great game. So the hope is that they're going to achieve that with the second one, I guess.
Yeah. Let's hope they've not. I don't want to be down on it already, but it's come along very quick, hasn't it?
It has.
If it's going to be out by the end of the year, then they've made another game in under a year.
Well, the foundation's already there.
That worries me a little.
I suppose they have got the full dictionary in there already.
Yeah, they've got the foundations there, I guess. But
tricky.
And the thing was that nothing really that serious needed to be fixed from the original anyway. They just needed to tweak it.
Yeah.
And no one really wants to see some massive revolution of the basic gameplay concept, do they? I just think it's sort out the problems, introduce a few new ideas, and this should deliver.
Do you think they're going to start doing a FIFA and coming out with every new Oxford English dictionary?
Yes.
Scribblenauts 2012.
Now with conjunctions and
proper nouns,
past
participles and whatnot.
Yeah, look forward to that, kids. And there's a sort of they've sorted out the create a level mode as well. Is that right?
Yeah, I think they just.
Is there some sort of? I should know this, having read it already. Seems like such a long time ago. Have they not added some sort of create and share type mode in this one?
Well, I think you could share levels in the original. I could be wrong in that. I can't.
That annoyed me so much I gave up after.
Yeah, I mean,
after a couple of hours.
The level creator in the first one had good intentions, but it didn't really work.
It seems now as well that the levels are sort of a little more expanded now.
Well, they're promising more sort of
more sort of plot or
more
something
sort of
to it.
Puzzle rather than just get the stars. Now like more sort of puzzle orientated. So I'm just looking at the preview, and sort of example is one we saw had you having to prepare a mission to space to recruit a colony on a faraway planet. So you have to think, well, if I was going to go and recruit a colony to go and live on a planet, what would I need? You're going to need a doctor, and you're going to need a cook, and all that sort of stuff. So more along those lines, thinking creatively rather than just jetpack,
dinosaur,
machine gun, dinosaur sort of thing.
Yeah.
So I mean, it sounds interesting.
I hope they've got round that whole. You could pretty much finish the
three
previous
objects.
game
You
with,
could,
the same three
Yeah.
objects. But fingers crossed for that one.
Yeah.
Yep.
That should be out by the end of the year, apparently.
Yeah, awesome. And less excitingly, shall we say, Samurai Warriors 3.
Oh, no, it's not that bad. It's
Simon, your arm's still aching from all the waggle.
it's my thumbs. It's my thumbs.
Is it?
Did anyone see the first episode of Family Guy the other night where what's his name? The guy who's mad keen on ladies.
Quagmire.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah,
Diggity diggity.
discovers the
All
internet.
that. Oh, right.
And, and his left arm becomes
Right, yeah.
slightly enhanced. Well, that's kind of how my thumbs feel
Yeah.
now after
massive
after
thumbs.
playing.
Quite strange. Two giant thumbs.
Yeah, after
Unusual.
playing Samurai Warriors 3. It's such a shame because everything apart from the bit you play is really good.
Everything apart from the game.
There's loads of. I mean, the presentation is excellent. It looks really nice. They've managed to squeeze something like 50 enemies on screen at any one time, and it's really quite hectic. And there's loads going on. But it doesn't matter how much you level up, or what weapons you've got, or what tactical waypoints you set in the game. You just can get through the game by hammering the A button and slashing away at people. And it just comes down to how willing you are to keep pumping the button with your thumb without taking a break.
Yeah.
That's all there is to it. And then you just keep on going through and discovering more fighters who do it slightly better or slightly more powerfully, and you just carry on.
Well, a lot of people listening might be going, "Samurai what?" I mean, this is a massively popular franchise in Japan.
Immensely popular.
On a sort of Monster Hunter scale.
Yeah, because it focuses on a particular 16th century period of Japanese history where it was all about samurais and ninjas and feudal generals and stuff, and they combine kind of figures of legend together and let them loose in these magical, huge battlefields, and give them spells and special powers, and let them have at it, basically.
Is it the equivalent of a game where like you put Churchill and Thatcher fighting each other?
Essentially,
chuck
yes.
Robin Hood in there as well.
And Cromwell and all that sort of stuff. And,
Nick Clegg is a secret unlockable character.
That's basically what it is, yeah.
An assist character.
Yeah, and then give them all sort of fancy tornado spells and stuff, and
Awesome.
and let them see who stands. And yeah, that's all there is to it. I mean, there's all sorts of modes. There's kind of a board game mode where you kind of progress through this essentially a board game based on Japan. And you sort of work your way around sort of notable forts around the country. So for history buffs, it's brilliant. But even when you get into the game, you're still
smashing away,
pressing that same button. It is a bit of a drag, yeah. Unfortunately,
not one to be played for hours on end.
You can't. You just can't. I tried.
Physically impossible.
I tried. I sat down for 8 hours and played it, but yeah.
Okay.
I had to take regular sausage roll breaks.
All right. So
on that note,
bit of a disappointment then. And a quick mention. I think we mentioned it in Roundup. Prince of Persia, which should have been in this issue, but didn't make it.
Must have got lost in the post.
Yeah, or Ubisoft refused to send it to us, which is what actually happened.
The Ubi shaft.
Yeah.
Is it worth the wait?
It's all right. Yeah. I actually, the first few hours are so dull. It's a real shame, because past that it gets really good.
Yeah.
That's all I'm going to say.
Some pretty bad voice acting though.
Yep.
There's terrible noises coming out.
My
of the TV.
personal favourite is because he's sort of like a posh English prince for some reason, even though he's supposed to be a prince from Persia. That's the title. Don't know how that works. My personal favourite is where he comes across some baddies, and he said, "Look like these guys need some guidance from my sword." Oh God, really?
What was the bit where it says, I was watching you playing it, and all of a sudden it just suddenly goes, "I'm the king of the world."
Yeah.
No, you're just a prince of
He's
Persia.
just got to a save point. Like, you get the save points is just washing your face in a fountain, and after that, there must be pretty awesome
He's the
water.
king of the world.
I'm the king of the world.
It's a good level up from just a prince in Persia
Yeah.
to a king of the world.
The king of the
entire
world.
planet.
It's getting a bit too big for his boots, I'd say. There.
Subhuman scum.
Also, the bit that keeps catching my eye is how he keeps getting very, very frisky with statues.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah,
regular
that is
intervals
weird.
in
When
the
you
game.
when you learn a new spirit power, which usually involves like hanging hooks from walls and like creating cyclones and
Bit of
things.
DIY.
Yeah, and sort of
Shells.
using a bubble,
Unlocked the Allen key.
putting up a shed, that sort of thing. Yeah, the way you gain these powers is basically by getting off with a statue. Really
It's quite
odd.
graphic. It's
Yeah,
really
it's
quite
really,
graphic.
it's the sort of thing you see late night on
Maybe
the
not-
streets of Soho.
Bit Channel 5.
Yeah.
Anyway, look out for that.
Look out for that. It's quite good. Not brilliant.
We'll have our online review up.
Yeah, it's out. It's out next week, I think. So May 21st.
Check the website for that.
The day after my birthday. If you want to send in gifts. Yeah, nice. We'll have the review up the day before that. So there you go. Other stuff in this issue. A record breakers feature in which Christopher Scullion took on the world's greats and tried to beat their records and failed.
Failed to an extent. I'm currently
actually.
7th in the world at Tetris.
That's not bad,
which
is it?
All right.
That's not bad at all.
If you go to twingalaxies.com, you can see it just now. Donkey Kong, we failed. Super Mario
Donkey
Bros.
Kong,
I've
never really...
Yeah, we all tried.
We all gave it a go, but
tried Donkey Kong.
Jesus, that's
it's so
difficult.
hard.
Yeah.
The bit
Really,
with the
really
springs
hard.
It's just you need proper sight beyond sight to get past that more than a couple of times.
And the patience of a saint
Yeah,
to do that for hours on end.
yeah.
I'd just do something else. God.
Yeah, it's a bit.
Yeah, someone broke the asteroids world record or the something. And he played it for 53 hours non-stop.
That's mental.
How do you do
And it's
that?
like it's asteroids. You can't like pause it or anything. So what does he do?
Was it Missile
Slap
Command
the
or
nappy
something
on?
like
Or?
that? I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was an arcade game and he took like 50 hours. It was a game that can't be paused. It's like, well,
Yeah.
how does he do that? 'Cause you can't
I've
pass it
heard
on
of,
to someone else.
I've heard stories of LAN parties.
in South Korea where people
where they basically wear nappies and
No.
just let it all hang out.
It's fairly grim.
Yeah, pretty grim stuff.
Paula Radcliffe.
Paula Radcliffe style. Just
I don't know why I instantly started.
let rip.
I don't know why I instantly started
Why are you
thinking
sitting
Daniel Radcliffe. Totally different film.
Yeah. I don't know if that happens in
You're
the Harry
thinking of
Potter
that play,
books,
did,
does
aren't
it?
you?
Oh god.
So Donkey Kong was nails.
Yeah.
You're not bad on Mario though.
I'm alright in Mario, but not world record.
You
standard.
not to ruin the feature, but
We did alright.
The world
did
record
pretty well.
speed run for Mario 1 is what, 5 minutes?
It's 5 minutes 4 seconds.
8
I think,
seconds.
or 8
and
seconds.
that is insane.
Yeah.
which
that-
is essentially perfect.
Yeah, and in particular the jumping, the pipe jumping
Yeah.
thing that you can do. Well, I've never seen it before.
There-
I've
there's-
played Super Mario Brothers
Yeah.
endlessly in my youth. I
There's-
didn't even know that you could jump over those.
No, there are some pipes that
You
you
basically skim the top of
Yeah.
piranha plants.
There's
Going.
some pipes like World 4-1 where the pipes are just high enough that you can jump over a piranha plant where its teeth are literally grazing his crotch, but you can still
Yeah.
get over it. But there's some later levels where some people can somehow manage to jump on the pipe, land on the left-hand side of the pipe and jump, even though there's a piranha plant
Yeah,
standing on it. It's like literally split
Incredible.
second time and pixel
Advanced
perfect.
technique.
Yeah.
Mm.
I've managed to do it a couple of times, but not regularly enough to bust it out in a
yeah.
speed run. So, yeah.
So yeah, give it a crack if you are.
Foolish enough.
Yeah, it's pretty insane the level of dedication and skill you need to do this sort of thing. But even with a month's practice,
Yeah,
you can still get on the leaderboards. So
yeah, exactly. Give it a go.
give it a go. The other major feature in this issue is a sort of big sort of Mario Kart retrospective to celebrate the launch of Super Mario Kart on Virtual Console, which
Hey.
I'm still playing, and Fred still hates.
I don't hate it, but I think it hates me because it keeps
Yeah.
making me lose.
Well, it's sort of inspired us to do a past, present, and future of Mario Kart. The past being a sort of retrospective of the 4 games before this current generation. And I have to say, to be brutally honest, Mario Kart Super Circuit on Game Boy Advance didn't really do it for me.
Yeah. It was
A
alright
lot
at
of
the time.
people seem to think it's like almost the pinnacle.
No.
But I'm not convinced. I'm really not. I really wasn't bothered by it at all. when it
I,
came
at,
out.
at the time, I enjoyed it, but I think that's because I didn't have much else on Game Boy Advance at the time, so I was kind of stuck with it. But
I think it's fairly clear that the
It's one of the weaker links in the chain.
yeah, the best 4 games are the SNES, N64, Wii, and DS versions. I would say.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then you can-
Stubble Rush has its fans,
I like
doesn't
that.
it?
Stubble Rash.
Stubble Rush. But
That's the only one I actually enjoyed because it's the only one I actually played for any length of time, to be honest.
yeah.
we went back to play it to do this feature, and because it looks so similar to Mario Kart Wii, you play it as if it is Mario Kart Wii, and it's very difficult to get your head around.
Yeah.
I don't think Time's been too kind to it. Sadly, just feeling sorry for it.
I'm sticking by it. I'm sticking by Stubble Rush.
Really?
Yep.
It's good. It's just not as good as Mario Kart Wii. No. No, shaking the head there. Oh well. And we've come up with some, what I think are some fairly awesome ideas for the future of Mario Kart.
Which we forwarded on to Japan, haven't we?
Yep.
There's no guarantee it's actually made out of the post stream yet,
Mr.
though.
Mr. Miyamoto's probably browsing our suggestions right now. Course creator.
Giving it some
Awesome.
Giving it some Mia Thoughto.
No.
Fine.
One of the least exciting suggestions, weather. Not fussed about that, I'll be honest, but rest of them, brilliant. All the tracks in one, yes.
Yeah.
Come on, Nintendo.
I'd like to see Drizzle in a Mario Kart game.
Drizzle.
For Drizzle Manizzle.
It's got 64 fogging.
Yes.
Yeah.
Light mist.
Hailstones. Incredible. Interactive courses. What do you think about that?
In what way?
I don't know, I'll just read it out. Super Circuit had a course with a volcano that erupts on the last lap.
Oh, okay.
That sort of thing.
Yeah,
I don't know if
fair
you've seen the... it's on Xbox. There's a game called Split Second.
Oh, yeah,
where you
yeah.
sort of trigger environmental...
What kind of like
things to
Excite
happen.
Truck? then?
Sidetrack did it as well, didn't it?
Yeah.
You hit things
Kind
in
of like that. Yeah,
I just hit the mic there.
that'd
so.
be pretty cool. The Return of the Feather. Come on.
Yeah.
And coins as well, please.
Yeah.
No care.
No?
No. What's that?
The feather was awesome.
Create your own courses and share them online.
Yes.
Come on.
Yeah, I'd be up for that.
Amazing.
Good.
Customizable carts. I want to
Yeah.
be able to put neon tubes underneath my cart.
Make it a proper Essex boy
Spinners
racer.
on the wheels.
Yeah.
Tell you what I want, and it's not there, even though I think it's a key feature of a previous Mario Kart. When your cart lands from a jump, it should say "poomp" underneath it, like in Mario Kart 64. When your car lands, it just says "poomp," like in a speech
Batman
bubble.
kind
Slightly camp, isn't it?
Yeah, it's just like a big kind of blast underneath it. Just says "poomp."
Yeah.
I'm actually going to get a T-shirt made that says "Poomp my ride." It's just like
Oh,
someone
dear.
landing on a car.
I think the
I
big
think
thing.
that'd be popular with the ladies.
Yeah,
Oh
I
yeah,
love that.
oh yeah.
Everyone just come up and go, your T-shirt's got a spelling mistake on it.
Poomp.
It wouldn't work.
Yeah.
What, "Poomp my ride"?
Yeah.
For when you talk to all those sub editors, like
Oh yeah, true enough.
But the big thing though is like whether we want non-Mushroom Kingdom characters
Yeah.
in our
Controversial.
Mario Kart. Some
Controversial.
people say yes, other people say
I don't know. I don't think it should be allowed.
not
I
even
think-
just the odd guest appearance.
I think it
from-
would cause problems.
What kind of problems?
I don't know. Just problems.
Mental
Problems in my mind.
All right, okay, well, let's leave it there.
Mental
look at Neil
problems.
getting all defensive there.
I don't like it. I don't like that idea.
Proper arms
Kirby,
folded.
yeah, Kirby in the Mushroom Kingdom. No.
Yeah, we did it in Smash Brothers.
Yeah, that's all right. That's not primarily set.
As long as they're not
this
wheels.
is how adamant I am. That's not set primarily in the Mushroom Kingdom.
Well, why
I'm not
don't we
sure
chuck
how
in-
would- Kirby couldn't drive a car anyway. He's got this little weird
got a little star thing.
stumpy
Why don't we
little
chuck
thing.
in non-Mushroom Kingdom tracks?
See, that's
So let's have you racing through
then it's
Hyrule
sort of
Field.
Smash Brothers Racer, then, isn't it? Then it's not Mario
To me-
Kart
Well,
Well,
anymore.
there you go, Smash Brothers Racing. That's
Super
amazing.
Super Dash Brothers.
Whoa!
Whoa! Hello.
Mm.
E3 reveal confirmed. That's not our E3 reveal,
No,
by the way.
certainly not.
You could have a cart
Which we'll
shaped like
talk about
a
later.
Epona the horse. That'd be amazing.
Yes.
Just with like
Yeah.
wheels.
Just take
Yes.
just
See,
chop
no,
his
it's
Tony's
wrong.
legs off
A
and give him
stuffed-
wheels.
a stuffed
You're getting all
Epona.
excited. No, I'm not having it.
Yeah. Get a
This
stuffed
is wrong.
Epona, put wheels on the bottom of it like a rocking horse, and just ride it
What about that
around.
really
feel.
weird bit in Twilight Princess where you have to snowboard
Yeah.
down the mountain with that weird Yeti
Extreme.
guy? Yeah.
Done. This is going to be the
That'd
best
be
game
amazing.
ever.
Be
Super
a Goron
snowboarding brothers.
roll down the hill. That
This is,
sort of
this is
stuff.
going to be the best game ever. Let's do it.
Yeah.
Ooh, no,
No, I'm not
it's,
feeling it
it's
either.
wrong.
Oh well.
It is wrong. Um,
And then Nintendo announced it at E3,
Yeah.
and suddenly the editor O&M has to go back
It's wrong.
on. It's wrong. It's all wrong.
it looks amazing. I've changed my mind. No, it will be wrong. If they announce it in the conference, I'll stand up and walk out in disgust. No,
I'll
Iwata.
I'll fly to LA and shake Iwata, Reggie, and Miyamoto all by the hand. Not Kami, but the rest of them, and then
Not
say,
Cammy.
well,
She's alright.
What's wrong with Cammy?
she's alright.
She's smiley and
She's nice.
Just got a mental image of you trying to inch your way out of the conference hall. Sorry. Oh,
Well,
sorry.
everyone else
I
is going,
just furiously storm out. No!
Everyone else is going, yeah. And you're like, out of my way.
Yeah, watch the live
Stand outside,
the live stream of the
weeping. No, Nintendo. What have you done?
Oh dear.
Anyway,
So yeah, look forward to that. Moving on from all that business, it's on to reader questions.
You have mail.
she sounds less mean
Yeah.
every month. I
I
think,
think it
She
depends.
just sounds like she's about to die, doesn't she?
she's growing on me. She's dying.
She's been playing too much Samurai Warriors 3. Just given up on life.
It's a nasty business. Nice xylophone action in there.
Yeah.
Really enjoy that. Or is it a glockenspiel?
Well,
Who can tell?
I don't know.
Thanks to our jingles man for that.
Yeah.
I keep forgetting to name check his website. I'll do it next month. Sorry. Sammy Heinonen Barnes. Heinonen? Is that
Yeah,
you
no, it's
reckon
Heinonen.
that's how you say that?
Good name.
Yeah. What is the worst glitch or hack you've ever come across while playing games?
I bought one of those cartridges for the N64.
Was it legal, Simon?
It was totally legal. It was totally legal, where you could input codes.
Game
Oh,
Genie.
okay.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah,
Yeah, I
that's
had
the
a
one.
Game
Yeah,
Genie.
yeah. And I bought it solely on the promise that I could get to that hidden island on Goldeneye that was just just past the dam level.
Yeah.
And it was just like a patch of empty game space. It was
That's annoying,
rubbish.
isn't it? I was going to
Genie
mention
was,
GoldenEye as well, actually.
Yeah.
GoldenEye was pretty glitchy,
It was
wasn't
it was chock full of them, really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like really amusing ones.
Yeah.
Like once you activate all the cheats and stuff, you could just do really mental stuff,
Yeah.
couldn't you?
Like sort of standing up in the air vents above the facility level toilet, you could stand up and in multiplayer.
Yeah.
And like you could lay a trap. I can't remember how it worked exactly, but if you stood up, you could basically wait for someone to come up in there and shoot them in the face or something
Yeah.
like that. But it was a good glitch. It was a
there's
good glitch.
quite
It
a few
worked, yeah.
exploits, wasn't there, in multiplayer that were pretty awesome.
The Game Genie was an extraordinary bit of kit.
It was,
a lot
yeah.
of people probably might not remember this, as perhaps
Yeah.
before their time. But I mean, I had one on the Game Boy.
In the
and-
NES days.
Yeah, and you plugged it in to the back of your Game Boy, and then you put the game in it, and then you input a random code, and it just did something
Yeah.
in the game.
It's amazing.
It was like you just put a code in, and it was like, oh wow, look, Mario's now purple.
Yeah.
Yeah.
or oh wow, look, that bit's broken now. It was the most ridiculous.
That's mainly what it would
Yeah.
do, yeah.
That bit's
Oh, look at this. This is now broken. Cheers.
I'm pretty sure this is exactly how people hack into bank accounts nowadays, isn't it? They just
Let's put
input,
Game Genie in the
input a
Down on the
random
wall.
number. Yeah.
It's probably the worst genie of all time because
Yeah.
didn't grant your wishes at all.
Yeah.
It's just like, oh yeah, I'd like to make this game better, please. Nah,
You've made
here's what
my-
I'll do.
Just mess something up.
I'll make
Made my dreams come true.
I'll make Goombas walk 30% slower. Enjoy.
You've made all the pipes purple. Incredible.
That's what I do.
I think it actually, not to cast aspersions on the company behind Game Genie, who are probably gone bust by now anyway.
Was that Galoob?
I think it was, yeah.
Only you
Amazing
know
memory.
that. No one else
Impressive.
knows who made the Game Genie.
Within 6 months of
God.
me using a Game Genie on various games, my NES broke.
Oh,
Now, I'm not
Put two and
accusing
two
them
together
or
and
anything,
come
but
up
I
with
don't
five.
think that's a coincidence.
own up Galoob.
Yeah. Sort it out, Galoob.
That's the
You owe
best
me a
name ever.
NES.
The best name ever for a company though.
Galoob.
Galoob.
Why do they call it that? Is
Dunno.
it Dutch or something?
No idea.
Probably like Mr. Gal and Mrs. Oob.
Like Amstrad.
Team
Yeah.
Just combination of just someone's name and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know.
Anyway, we'll do some
Galoob.
research. We'll get back to you next month on that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll research Galoob.
I smell a 10-page feature coming.
Oh
up.
yeah,
Yeah.
at least.
A comprehensive history of Galoob. Amazing. The Game Genie years. Okay.
Anyway.
Any other glitches
I thought
spring to mind?
we'd neatly sidestepped that question. There.
Well, I always think of, which I played at the weekend, weirdly, Mario 2, not the Lost Levels, how you could, in the underground bits, you could actually jump into the side of quite a lot of platforms to save yourself, and Mario would just
Glitch
run
into them.
in the scenery.
There's also there's
quite
minus world, isn't there? It's
Yeah,
Mario
yeah.
1.
That's the best
Well,
one.
if you
isn't
sort of jump through a bit of wall on one of the early levels,
Yeah, you can
go
jump
to this
through the
bizarre
pipe or something,
it?
level.
Yeah, in 1-2, if you jump through a block and go through the wall.
Yeah.
Basically, you end up in
Look
the
it
warp.
up on YouTube, it's
you end
pretty
up,
mental.
You end up in the warp zone, but you don't trigger the warp zone.
Hmm.
So when you go through the pipe, the game doesn't know where you are and chucks you in some
There's
weird
this
level.
weird level with like flying squid and like Princess Peach sort of falls out of the sky. It's really crazy.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
Look it up
Check it out.
on the internet.
The only other glitch, which I'm really sad to say that it excited me every time it happened, because it happens like almost every time you play the game, is the original Sonic the Hedgehog. There's a bit in the marble zone
All right.
when Sonic's standing on one of these blocks and the block goes and gets thrown into the sky, and when you jump, it doesn't roll into a ball. It just kind of locks.
Yeah, you're right.
And
Yeah.
it only happens once in the whole game, and I always get
No,
really
it
excited
still
when it
does
happens,
happen,
and it
yeah.
happens every single time, more or less.
Happens on the Virtual Console
Yeah,
version
and
as well.
it's a glitch, and it's never been fixed, but it's pretty cool. It's like the only time Sonic jumps and doesn't.
Yeah, he just sort of
He just kind of
does
does
his
his
walking
walk.
animation.
Yeah.
Hot glitch action there. Amazing
Check it out,
scenes.
kids.
Luke Holmes asks, if you could make a sequel to any game, which would it be? And what 3 things would you change about it?
Oh dear.
I would choose Luigi's Mansion. What? There's so much love for Luigi's Mansion out there. It's weird.
Good game.
Any game and you choose Luigi's Mansion.
Yeah,
It's
that's
a good
true.
game.
Strange. And he would make it longer, have less ghosts in the hallways, and let Luigi turn into a ghost.
He'd kill Luigi.
Sterling gameplay ideas there.
I smell a DuckTales
Oh, here we go. Yeah,
reference here.
DuckTales it is
But
then.
let's answer this question. Let's answer this question without mentioning DuckTales. Shall we?
Too late.
It's a challenge.
Yeah. I don't know.
Darkwing Duck.
Just anything involving
Anything
8-bit
involving ducks.
ducks.
And that rolls out Duck Hunt and Wheeze Up or
That's
Duck Hunt
true.
remake.
Yeah.
Okay, how about balloon fight?
Yeah.
No.
I
Balloon
would
fight?
put more balloons in it.
I don't know how do you
more
improve?
fighting.
How do you do like next gen balloon fight? It's just the same game
Nah,
essentially, isn't it?
no.
No. Just no.
You would
Just no.
direct him. You would direct him with the analog stick. You would flap with the remote.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's not bad.
and yeah.
Okay.
That's what I've got.
Go
Go
on.
on then. I'm still thinking.
I would really like a sequel to Mario 2, even though I've just mentioned
Yeah.
it.
Mario
Agreed.
2 squared
As
or
in-
something.
Doki Doki Panic.
Oh right. Okay.
Yep.
I think it's brilliant and really badly overlooked when it comes to the Mario series of games.
Agreed.
I think it's cracking. Loads of great ideas in there, and the whole mechanic of digging stuff up, especially in those sand levels when you have to dig down. Amazing.
Always mention those levels.
Lovely stuff. I'd like to see another version of that. I think
Yeah,
that'd be really cool.
I'm gonna have to go on Simon. I can't think of anything right now.
We're not very well prepared for this question.
I think mine would be something fairly straightforward, like Beyond Good and Evil 2. I know they announced it recently.
Yeah.
Well, like
They
last
announced that
year or
years
something.
ago.
Yeah,
Yeah,
nothing
but
happened.
nothing's happened with it. But I'd really like to see that come back. That was brilliant on the GameCube.
Yeah,
Bet that turns up at E3. On
that was
something.
properly 2 years ago. I wasn't even
yeah.
working here
Yeah.
when that was.
And they released that
when I
little
went
teaser.
to Ubi Days.
Yeah, and they released that teaser trailer and stuff.
Yeah,
and
that pig
Yeah,
doing
just like
stuff.
Hanging
sleeping on a car
Yeah.
bonnet or something.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'd like to see that come back. That was probably one of my favourite games on the GameCube, and I made a conscious effort to buy it on the GameCube and not on the PS2.
yeah. Good on you.
Yeah.
Support your GameCube. Fred, have you thought of anything yet?
There was a really good Batman game on the Game Boy. It was just called
What's that?
Batman.
Yeah.
Oh, that was amazing.
And the world's smallest sprite in it. Oh, I'd like to have a game like that, please.
World's smallest sprite and the world's biggest bullets.
Yeah,
I remember that
the
one.
bullets were the size of the sprite. No, to be honest, I can't really think of anything. Most
Batman
good games
3DS.
get sequels, so
Yeah.
I'm actually. You know what I'm going to say?
What?
Luigi's Mansion 2.
Ah.
Oh,
God.
Battletoads.
What's with... hello. Yeah. What happened to Double Dragon?
Ooh,
I'd like to see that come back.
no,
Triple
'cause it
Dragon.
actually wasn't that good.
Triple Dragon. Quadruple Dragon.
Then that's it. Was it quintuple?
Quintu.
I'd like to see.
I don't know.
octopus.
Octo Dragon.
Octopus dragons.
Maybe like the prequel, which was just Dragon.
Yeah, single dragon.
A dragon.
Single
Search
and
for
looking.
love on the internet.
single and looking dragon.
So that's that question comprehensively answered.
Yeah.
Jordan Lee Smith asks, what would you prefer to see on 3DS, Pilot Wings or F-Zero?
Pilot Wings.
Pilot Wings.
Pilot
Me.
Wings.
Every time.
Is that
Pilot Wings. No, I need to
Three.
going with the F-Zero.
Sorry.
3 for Pilot Wings, 1 for F-Zero?
Yep.
Pilot Wings would be
Awesome
come on,
in 3D.
the times
Can you imagine?
come now.
Especially
We've
when
been
Fred,
waiting.
Fred does his parachute plummet thing in 3D. That'd be
Parachute
awesome.
homicide. Nasty.
But
Imagine that parachute death in 3D.
Oh, it would blow minds.
Literally.
But do we think, like, perhaps at one stage they were working on Pilot Wings for the Wii and then just thought, we'll just put all this stuff in Wii Sports Resort? We already basically seen the new Pilot
yeah, I
Wings?
suppose so,
it, yeah.
yeah.
I think we have.
F-Zero
It's a
then.
possibility. F-Zero.
Yeah.
That's got to make a comeback at some point.
Hope so.
Or are we just tedious old men waiting for things in the past to come back?
Oh, Punch Out did it. I remain hopeful that Punch Out is the example that more of these
Yeah.
things will
Balloon Fight
eventually come
sequel
out.
might happen.
Balloon
yeah.
Fight
Yeah.
2 might. Well, Balloon Fight 3, I suppose.
F-Zero is just Mario Kart in space
And
anyway, isn't
I
it?
think Nintendo have made it clear that they are making more of an effort to please their fans
Yep.
nowadays.
Well, in that case, Luigi's Mansion 2,
Yeah.
surely. They can't ignore the cries
Yeah.
for the Luigi's Mansion 2 for
the
much longer.
whimpers.
The
surely.
internet
Yeah.
petitions.
I want Donkey Kong Jr. Math 2 with added functions.
Division.
Sign and co-sign.
And there's also, I don't know why this has sprung to mind, but someone on our forum has speculated that next month's big game reveal
Ooh.
is, in fact, Donkey Kong Country 4.
Every time.
Every time. Every
Is it
time
the
we
same
tease.
guy?
Yeah, it's the same guy who said
Yeah.
when we revealed Mario and Sonic at the Winter Olympics, he was convinced it was Donkey Kong Country 4. I'll tell you now, mate. It's not happening. Just leave it.
But see,
I would
Donkey
literally
Kong
put-
Country will never come back.
It's not going to happen. I'd put money.
And that-
I'd put all my life savings.
I really
down
could
that
be
ever-
eating my words next month.
Yeah, that's what
couldn't
I'm
I?
thinking.
Yeah, that's a reason.
Super Dash Brothers Racer and Donkey Kong Country 4 get
Confirmed.
revealed at E3. And I have to go. Sorry about that.
No, but then you could pretend you were kind of selling the dummy and you knew all along.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was a double bluff.
Yep.
Smoke and mirrors.
Yeah, yeah.
I've actually done that in my Galaxy review as well.
Have you?
I'll talk about
In
it.
what way?
I'll talk about it more next month.
You've lied.
Oh no!
No, I've not lied,
I
but
know what you mean.
I've put a sneaky thing in the text that proves that we played it all the way through to the end in case people think we didn't.
Yeah.
But I'm not
Coded
gonna,
message.
Yep, but I'm not going to reveal it
See if you
until,
can crack the code.
until the game's out and everyone's played through it.
If you take the first letters of every
Each
other
paragraph.
word,
Yeah.
No, but there
spells
is.
out.
It's the sort of thing people won't be able to guess it without playing the game.
If you get one of the code crackers that we used to crack the codes of Nazis during the Second World War,
Enigma code.
apply the Enigma code to
Yeah.
Scullion's review.
They still won't get it.
And yeah, you still won't get it. Then read it backwards, put it in a mirror. I don't know.
Read it in
Whatever.
German.
Yeah. Moving on. Philip.
If you rub like a pat of butter on the page, have we done that this month?
Yeah, there's actually a glow in the dark. If you get a neon, if
You get one of those,
UV
like,
light,
CSI pens that like shows up all the weird stains in a crime scene.
yeah,
Shine that on a
It's
page
not that good.
yeah.
of our Galaxy review, and you'll find out what happens at the end.
It actually just reveals the phrase "Why bother?" And, just don't do that.
Anyway,
Philip Nixon asks, since your review of Super Mario Galaxy 2 is in the issue on sale now, only $3.99 bargain. Glad you're on board, Philip. He said that, not me.
We haven't mentioned the fact that the magazine's $2.99.
We haven't.
but they were just did. It's good value.
It's quite
Yeah.
reasonable.
Yeah, very reasonable. I was wondering, he was wondering, what were your
We were all
favourite?
wondering.
Yeah, what were your favourite and least favourite levels in the original Super Mario Galaxy? Favourite and least favourite. Gusty Garden, just for the
Yep, for
music.
Absolutely.
Oh no, the
Um,
best music was on the Beach Bowl Galaxy. The little
Yeah, that was
dig dig.
Yeah, that was
the little
great- great
wacka
stuff.
wacka whammy bar
Yeah.
guitar bit.
Yes.
awesome. I don't know. I'm at a loss to
I can't think of any
think
truly
of
bad
things.
levels.
Let me think.
I think maybe doing loop de loop then swoop de swoop is a bit,
Swoop-de-poop,
bit of
poop-a
a,
scoop.
I thought that
Bit
was
of a-
quite tedious, to be honest.
yeah, it's a bit of a cop out. Yeah, I'm talking in terms of worst levels. That was probably a bit of a cop
we
out.
asked about the best
Um,
levels.
That
Mhm.
bit where you have to throw bombs at things on the sort of trash,
Oh, that was
futuristic
terrorism
No,
level.
yeah.
trash level. That's definitely not what it's called.
Terrorism level.
Yeah, the level we have to go in the airport and kill all the civilians.
But you have to infiltrate Al Qaeda's terrorist cell
Crack plumber
As,
cell.
with,
as B
with it.
Mario with a bomb strapped in.
Spring Mario.
Super Mario Gal Qaeda.
Well, that's the controversy element ticked off this,
Yeah.
this month.
What was the good?
Yeah,
Oh, I
that
can't
bomb
remember.
thing with the trash level. That was annoying. That's my one.
Bomb thing.
Yeah.
That's scum.
Those Guillermos are pretty cool though.
yeah,
is that what they're
pretty
called?
cool-looking guys.
Are they in 2?
I believe so.
Good.
Spoilers.
I'm happy.
Anyway,
I quite enjoyed a lot of the purple coin levels actually.
yeah.
Did
They were
you?
really fun, yeah.
Is that
There's an
sarcasm or-
No, I really
infuriating.
Yeah.
enjoyed them, yeah. I thought they were good.
I can't tell when you're being sarcastic, Fred.
That's why
It's very difficult.
yeah.
Too deadpan for your own good. There's a couple of annoying ones where you have to use the pointer to guide yourself around a field of stars. There's a purple coin one,
Mm.
which is pretty infuriating. I think I spent about half an hour retrying that one.
Yeah.
And
The thing
that,
is, though, even when
in
it's
my mind, that's too long.
even when it's infuriating, you still battle your way through.
Yeah.
and
You have
get
to
an
work
immense
out a
sense of
route,
well-being.
don't you?
Yeah,
You have to work out the fastest route and then high five yourself when you get it done.
Just clap.
Yeah.
No, I don't know. It was great. All the B Mario levels were. Any of the levels where you first got your hand on the new power up were fun.
Yeah.
Except Spring Mario.
Actually, no. Best level was
Spring
the
Mario's
Matter
alright.
Matter Splatter. I thought it was brilliant.
Matter
The
splatter.
Matter Splatter Galaxy, where you have to there's the sort of the platforms disappear as light shines on them.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That was my favourite. I thought it was
Awesome.
genius.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good times. All right. That's that answered. This month's reader questions. Thrilling. I hope you'll agree.
Oh, yes.
If you have topics you want us to discuss, email us at onm@futurenet.com with the subject heading podcast question. And now it's time for this month's incredible competition. Brilliant. Last month's prize was Sonic Classic Collection on DS and, wait for it, a copy of Sonic Riders on the GameCube.
Get in.
Really?
Yes!
Again? Okay, yeah. I'll get back in my box.
Entrants had to record and send us a song about Sonic.
Yes. Now,
We're
got...
going to do this in reverse order now, aren't we?
Yes, I believe so.
And then the actual winner is going to play us out because it's A, awesome, and
Yeah.
B, probably slightly too long.
Yeah, it's one the winning entry is so good that we feel it has to be played in its entirety.
It's shockingly good, actually.
It's incredibly
Yeah.
good to the point that we then
Actually quite
went on Google to try and see if it had already been done, and they just ripped it
Yeah, I
off.
wasn't convinced, yeah.
But
You will probably
with,
cry while
with my
listening to it.
investigative skills, I've come to the conclusion that it is genuine.
Yes.
Anyway,
So
okay.
that's later on.
Yep. So we've got
So
four. We've got four entries in reverse order. We had more entries, but these were the best of the bunch.
Okay.
In fourth place was Ian Boast.
Ian Boast
Ian
returns.
Boast is back with an entry which is slightly better than the last one. This is a song he's called "Forgive Him."
Forgive him. Okay. Anywhere he wants to go, anything he needs to know, always faith in life, he wants to carry on running. Gamer, he feels so cool.
I don't want to play any more of that because no, because it's going to be on a Radiohead B-side soon, and we don't want to get copyright infringement and stuff like that.
Awesome work, Mr. Boast.
Well done,
good.
Boasty. Next is Charles.
Does he win a prize for that?
He doesn't know.
He's won a prize before though for.
He wins
he won
our
a t-shirt.
respect.
Yes, he does. He wins love and affection.
He
from-
wins credibility.
from ladies all over the world. Next is Charles Smith.
Charlie Smith.
Singing a song over
My
the green.
uncle's called Charles Smith.
Yeah,
It's not him.
It,
is
so-
it?
it sounds. It sounds quite
Is he a
young.
Sonic
It
fan?
sounds quite young to be him. To be fair,
He hasn't announced it to me.
It sounds-
Let's hear what you got, Chuck.
I'll give you 30 seconds. This one is not a great song in the world, but there's a couple of good rhymes in it. I think.
Yeah.
So.
Awesome.
My name is Sonic the Hedgehog. I am gonna save the effing day. I'm gonna kick Robotnik's butt with my hedgehog foot. Although in Japan they call him Dr. Eggman. I'm gonna free
Brilliant.
No, that's the line I like.
Brilliant.
I love that line.
Just to be clear, in Japan they do call him Dr. Eggman.
That's
It's good.
that's the line. That line
Factually
alone
correct
put him up.
and pretty dope as rhymes go. I
Exactly.
would say.
In Japan, they call him Eggman. That's properly awesome. Right,
Nice
almost
work.
the one that almost on any other day this would have been the winner. This is David Quirk with the Green Hill Zone rock mix.
Awesome.
Oh, ready for this? No lyrics.
Hit it.
Yeah, have some of that.
I think need to lay down some lyrics on that one.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that was
but
air
it's a
punching
good
stuff.
Good
It was
start.
rousing.
That was a good start.
Yeah.
It's up there with
Well played.
that bit in the Breakfast Club when the rest of us start storming through. Nice old out of date reference there. Yeah, the winner we'll play out once we're done with the closing stuff,
we'll
but
announce that
it's
in a
worth
moment.
It's worth the wait.
Yeah. But moving on to this month's prize, or next month's prize, in fact. We're giving away Flips Mr. Gum and Flips Percy Jackson on DS. That's a total of 12 books. I don't know if you're aware of the Flips series, but they're basically books on your DS with some sort of interactive elements.
Not just books, though. They're Mr. Gum books.
Mr. Gum
Mr.
books
Gum
and
books.
Percy Jackson books.
Yeah, and that includes I've got written here, this of course includes the classic Mr. Gum and the Dancing Bear. What goes on there?
I believe Mr. Gum
Encounters a dancing bear.
encounters a bear who's known to breakdance to
Isn't that sort of stuff outlawed in Russia?
Mr. Gum and the dancing
He goes to
Oh,
Russia
the
and
entire charity's founded on preventing that
Well,
sort of stuff happening.
I'm not entirely. I'm
I
not.
think he's an RSPCA representative who stamps out animal cruelty in the Soviet Union.
I'm not entirely hip to the Mr. Gum saga, but I'm pretty sure that Mr. Gum isn't a very likable person anyway. I think someone might
okay.
want to clarify that. But
Oh, okay.
from what I can gather by
He
the
just
other book
tortures,
titles,
goes about torturing animals.
No, I think I
That's not
think
very
he-
nice, is it?
Mr. Gum goes badger baiting.
Mr. Gum and the fox hunting policy. It's just that's not on there. But yeah,
So
it's-
that's good. So to tie in with the sort of bookish theme, we want you to compose a paragraph of Nintendo fan fiction. Should
we
we
say
make
like
this,
the,
should
we
we
should
make
put a
this O&M
limitation on
fan
it.
fiction just so
Okay.
no one can rip it off the internet?
yeah, that's a good point. Yeah.
O&M fan fiction. So or maybe a day in the life of the O&M office.
Yeah.
A night out with the O&M team.
Oof.
Carnage.
or just a paragraph
Am I
depicting the tense, furious hours before deadline, where we're all just scrabbling around like
Indeed.
madmen.
Indeed.
I don't know. It's up to you, really.
Yeah. Should we put a limit on it in terms of words so we're not reading out epic?
3,000.
I would say
200.
200
yeah.
words.
200 word tops.
Yeah.
Maybe this could be like the first couple of paragraphs of a story.
Yeah,
Set
fan
the
fiction.
scene.
Set the
Or
scene, yeah.
even make it a middle paragraph or an end paragraph. Go
Yeah.
go wild.
Yeah.
But it should just be a paragraph at least.
Well, yeah.
It
That'd
should be a
pretty
sort
good.
of paragraph that wants us to read the rest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So get cracking. Send in your efforts to onm@futurenet.com with the subject heading Podcast 9 Fan Fiction Competition. And before the winners of the competition play us out, just to remind you, ONM 56 is on sale now. You can't miss it. It's got Super Mario Galaxy 2 on the front. It comes with some really lovely pin badges themed either around Mario or Zelda.
Careful when putting those on, though.
Yeah,
You don't want
Yes.
to do something.
you don't want a nasty prick.
They can pierce the flesh.
Indeed. And it's for the bargain price of £3.99.
That's incredible.
competitive.
You know, all this fighting between Labour, Lib Dems, Tories.
Hmm.
I think a price point at like $3.99 is enough to put things in perspective and make you realise what really matters in life.
Exactly.
Is official
Forget
Nintendo
the
magazine.
future of this country.
Nip yourself
Snap
down
up this issue of O&M.
Pop down to Smith's.
Yeah. Read
Slap down.
Mario on that.
Slap down the £4. You'll even get a penny back.
Exactly.
A free penny.
And if you're really lucky, you can go online and subscribe. Incredible.
Does that take luck, or does that take...
No, it doesn't,
It just takes
common
thinking,
sense.
yeah.
It takes intelligence and good looks.
And a credit or debit card.
Yeah, that is true. Yeah,
I think we're accepting magic beans now.
Oh, well,
that's
fair
true.
enough.
Yeah,
Right.
we're also accepting old mobile phones. Any gold that you've got lying about.
Because when Western civilization collapses in a couple of weeks' time,
Yeah, we'll be minted.
It'll be fine. Yeah.
Anyway,
So if you want to get involved in next month's podcast, send in your questions, send in your jingles, send in your fan fiction to onm@futurenet.com with the subject heading podcast question or podcast 9 fan fiction competition or whatever you fancy, really. Keep looking at the website, officialnintendomagazine.co.uk. I should probably mention that Tom has had a child with his
yes.
lady
Online
wife.
editor Tom East is
Isn't
now
he-
a father.
Yeah.
Hair Beast exists.
He is slaving away on that website right now. So
I could say on that child.
not on the child, no.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
but-
Quite easy to bring up, apparently, kids. Easy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
problem.
Put them in one of those little cages and leave them to it.
Yeah. Just feed them.
Sorry, that's just off topic. Just when you say no problem. If you play like a Sonic game, like if you play Sonic in Secret Rings, right?
Yeah.
And
Hold on.
or it's either that or Sonic Unleashed, and go into the options and change the language to Japanese.
Mm.
When Sonic finishes the level, he goes, "No problem." That's the exact noise he makes.
Is that Japanese or no problem?
I don't know. It's a Japanese guy doing the voice, and he talks Japanese all the rest of the time, except apparently no problem in Japanese is no problem.
Ah,
He
I
goes,
see.
"No problem." That's
good
all.
to know.
That's all I've got.
Awesome.
Back
So-
to saluting Tom's
Yeah.
new child.
Yeah,
So,
sorry, Tom.
welcome, Herbert Dylan
Dylan.
East,
Yeah.
to the team. I think he's on the forums right now, actually, talking
Is
about.
he a moderator?
Yeah, he's been playing Resident Evil 4.
He's already put forward some pretty good points and put a lot of our current forum members to shame. Some of his
Strong words. Strong
sparkling
words.
insight. I'm thinking Kunzi.
Ooh. We don't feed the trolls.
Okay.
We try not to.
Maybe not.
So have a look at that. officialnintendomagazine.co.uk. Twitter.com/onm_UK for all your sort of O&M related tweets. Facebook.com/officialnintendomagazine is the place for Facebook related shenanigans.
Yep.
And now, to play us out, the winners of this month's competition, Daniel Curley, Sean Mannion, Vivian Mannion, Mia Rees, and Elish
Eilish.
Murray, with their Sonic-inspired version of the traditional Scottish song, Will Ye Go, Lassie Go.
Good song.
Yeah.
Okay. Thanks, everyone.
Thanks,
See you
everyone.
next month.
Speak to you next month.
Bye bye.
Bye-bye.
Oh, the summer how tales were gone, I would surely find another where the wild woodland creatures have been turned into evil minions. Will you go, Sonic? Go, and we'll all go together to kick Robotnik's ass. All around the woodland creatures, will you go, Sonic? Go, and we'll all go together to kick Robotnik's ass. All around the woodland creatures, will you go, Sonic? Go, will you go, Sonic? Go.
Thank you very much for listening to the